So this is the bruise that I got dumpster diving. Hello my fellow flowers and welcome to some trash talk. I only went dumpster diving 3 times during finals week at my college dumpsters. I hit up all the ones like right outside dorms and stuff. And finals week is the time that people start going home and moving out, and you know, people start to move out as early as possible because nobody wants to be on campus anymore, or probably a lot of them at all. But I visited the dumpsters on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday after commencement ended. So the first day I went dumpster diving was like actually pretty fun because, you know, we found a lot of stuff, and the people that I took with me hadn't dived before, and they were pretty surprised at the amount of like food we found. But these are college students that are probably going back home to their parents' houses, and they're lazy, so they're throwing away like anything that they don't feel like bringing with them. A few dumpsters in, we actually ran into both another group that was dumpster diving, which we hadn't found anyone else any of the other times we were diving, anyone else that was diving as well. But there was this really awesome moment where we're diving and this one person walks out and like is throwing stuff away or whatever, like packing up her car, and she's just like, have you guys already gone through this dumpster? Because there was 2 dumpsters, and we were like, oh yeah, we already looked in that one. And she was just like, okay, good, I just wanted to check that you were done with it before I put all of my cat litter in there. And I was like, that is so sweet and so kind. Like literally the dumpster before, I was just like standing in the dumpster talking about like these items or like whatever, and these ladies that work at my school, they were like walking by and they just gave me like the dirtiest look, and I'm like, boy, if I'm not dirty enough, like you don't need that. I think I got this bruise on the first day because it was like a really sensitive like spot on my leg all of the other times I went diving. So obviously I found a lot of really cool things. I mean, I found multiple lamps, some furniture. Actually, this chest, I'm sitting on like one of those chests that you see in like catalog or whatever. Like someone got one of those chests and just threw it away, and there was like nothing wrong with it. So we got that chest. It actually worked really well for my boyfriend's Nerf guns, which there was a video coming out soon on me painting the Nerf guns, like custom painting after he mods them. So don't worry, you'll see that one. It's pretty cool. But this chest is used to store all of those guns, and that worked out really well. It was like basically exactly what we were looking for. Like we found a nice end table, some lamps, like a fan. Okay, the fan was a little bit broken. I fixed it, but like I guess I can understand why they would throw it away if they don't have the same like mindset towards things that I do. But plenty of like nothing wrong with the items. Plenty of clothes. People at my college just throw stuff away. It's kind of upsetting. I dived after commencement on Saturday. It's just what worked with my schedule and my boyfriend's schedule. While, you know, a college campus isn't exactly like the scariest place to be, especially when most of the people are moved out. I just prefer to dive with someone. It is very useful because they might see items that they want that I don't really see, as well as they might talk me out of getting things that are like broken and shitty, and I'm like, no, wait, I can fix it. I can save this from the dumpster. Little silverware kits that the dining hall would give out, where it's like silverware with a napkin like all wrapped up in plastic, like it's disposable silverware. And I was like, I know it's single use, but these haven't even had their use yet. We can't just let them go to the landfill. He talked me out of it because we won't give it that use. Like we'll just carry it around for a while. I don't know when we would ever use those. It's very nice to go with someone for multiple reasons that don't just stop at safety. Pro tip. I had a funny interaction when we went diving after commencement, because a lot of people were doing their like final move outs, whereas like before that, people just kind of moved out on their own schedule, but this was like a massive, like, everyone's moving out. So there was the cars, like, everywhere. So we get to the first dumpster, and we park, and there's, like, a bunch of other cars and everything. And there's this dog that's, like, lounging under the car, like, in the shade that the car gives it. It was just laying there so good. And so, like, I go and I pet the dog, and I'm like, oh, look at this dog. And my boyfriend's, like, walking back, because he had walked to the dumpster, and he started looking, and he's like, you gonna dive? Or are we just gonna pet dogs? And I'm like, okay. And so then I climb in the dumpster, I'm going through things. We found a bunch of, like, these, like, meal kits. I think the dining hall had given them out for breakfast that morning, because they were, like, breakfast meal kits. Like, they had some, like, basically a Go-Go Squeeze, but a different brand. And then, like, little cereal bits, and then, like, the milks and stuff. So it was, like, basically a breakfast thing. And we just took, like, what we wanted, what we would consume. Obviously not the milk. So after we had gone through one dumpster, like I said, in most locations there are 2 dumpsters. They actually just do that for move out. It's not normal, but there's 2 dumpsters. So we finished the first dumpster, and then we go and put stuff in the car, and we're walking, like, back. And I had noticed that, like, halfway through standing in this dumpster, that literally the dog that I pet, the owner was, like, sitting in the car. like someone's dad had driven up or something to help them move out, and was, like, actually just sitting in the car. So I guess not helping them move out, but, like, he was just sitting there as we're diving, like, basically watching us, like, not intensely or weirdly or anything. I had pet his dog, so I'm not sure how he felt about that. But when we were walking back from the car, the guy asked us, like, if we were okay. He was like, you guys doing all right? You're not starving or anything? And I was like, oh, thank you so much. No, we're doing totally fine. Like, it's all right. I've just gotten so many different responses with diving, and obviously, like, basically a ton of people were around when we were diving after commencement. So we got a lot of different responses, like, just genuine concern, you know, dirty looks. And we even had someone that we were, like, digging through the dumpster, and they walk up to just, like, throw something away. And they were just like, oh, dumpster diving, nice. I was like, yeah. So that was really cool. But I think it's kind of funny that, like, depending on where you dive, you might want to, like, really hide and, like, not let people know that you're diving. And then I'm just, like, at my college dumpsters, like, hey guys, can you believe people are throwing this stuff out? You know, I think it's hilarious. I think it's just really funny. So we definitely found a lot of stuff that was, like, ending up and, like, really adding up to a lot of money. Like, we don't have to go grocery shopping this week because of how much food we found. And, like I have standards. They're lower than many people's standards, but even my very picky housemate, who I dived with the first day, you know, was okay with anything that was packaged, anything that was completely sealed, you know, because that's kind of where it's. So for all of the clothes and blankets that we found, well, not all of the blankets, like, it was real gross or something, we didn't take it, but we found 2 blankets that were in, like, good enough condition, and all of the clothes and stuff. We made sure to wash those, so it's not like I'm gonna just wear straight dumpster clothes, because you don't know exactly where it's been. I have no idea how much stuff is actually worth, so I can't even, like, give you an actual approximation of the, like, monetary value of our dumpster haul, because I get too much stuff from dumpsters and just from, like, random sources that I actually don't know how much it would be worth. So we got an end table, we got the chest, we got a sum of clothing, we got this, like, really small mini fridge, like a few cans worth or something. Not, like, huge, definitely, like, very small. We got 2, like, fully working lamps with the bulbs, like, still good condition, and they're LEDs, so they're gonna last a long time. A pair of shoes that someone had, like, painted. So they had, like, custom painted these shoes. They were off-brand Vans, but, like, I don't know, they were cool. And I would have grabbed these, like, pink rain boots. They were very cute, but I was already grabbing so much stuff. So I got a little bit talked out of that one. But just in general. Oh, and that's besides all of the food that we got. So I don't know. Someone approximated, actually my housemate had approximated our first haul, just the first day, as about $200. So I guess probably $1,000 worth of stuff in total is what we ended up with. Resale value of different items is entirely different than like retail value, but I did end up finding a pair of pants that were actually my size. I think a shirt and a pair of shorts that were my boyfriend's size that he liked. And then obviously just keeping a lot of this clothing out of landfills, we found multiple pieces of clothing that had tags on them still. So the fact that, you know, they were like never worn and they still had the tags on them. The fact that we pulled 2 winter jackets out of dumpsters and we can give those to homeless people. At the very least, people could be donating some of this stuff. Like, some of it's just really good quality things, and I'm like, why are people like this? I hope you like some of my dumpster stories and it inspires you to go dumpster diving a little bit. It's a little bit different if you go dumpster diving like at a college campus during move out, or if you dumpster dive at actual businesses. And there's a lot of resources on YouTube about dumpster diving, and the biggest reason I had no shame in the diving is that it was on a college campus and dumpster diving is legal in my state, so there was nothing technically wrong or even like wrong in the community, in the mindset, you know, it's college. But if you're dumpster diving in like a business area, you know, you have to make sure that it's like legal, have someone with you so it's safe, a lot of important things, but there's a lot of other videos on that. Comment down below if you have dumpster dived, and if you have dumpster dived like at a business or at a college campus.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and remember to like this video if you enjoyed it. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.